Welcome back YouTube. I'm Tutor UK. This is Tales from the Booter.
That they may take our lives, but they'll never take our
Booter.
So we were back booting. A proper Tales from the Booter. Not spliced in with CX, pure Tales from the Booter. And I think we've done alright. There's some bits that I kind of missed out on, but I don't mind too much because a fellow YouTubian bagged them and he got a great deal on. And I think there's a little something to come from his channel, so stay tuned to Wish Wash. But I've done alright, I've done alright. I can't grumble. So I managed to scrounge together some funds to go with my mate Ryan, so I always appreciate that, Ryan, you know that, dude, buddy. I think it was a good day. It wasn't blasting hot, fairly windy, overcast, probably less the wind, perfect booting weather, I think. But I've got some great stuff. I'm really happy with, to be honest. Some nice bit of CEX fodder, some stuff to keep. That's always, I say this every week, not every week, but every week that I go, it's always nice to find something that I actually want to keep. And I keep looking around because it's a bit of an old mix, and it is retro. It is retro as well. So I've got wires and shit everywhere down here. I don't really think there's probably one thing that, although it's really, really common, I'm hoping, I haven't tested it, to do it live. We'll do it live. Live YouTube, fuck it, do it live. I'm going to test a console that I managed to acquire. I'm hoping it's what I think it is, but we'll see. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do pure fodderage. So in terms of the size of the boot, I think this spaced the rows out. It covered both fields, but it felt like there were less rows. I don't know. Maybe what it should be. And let's put it this way: I'm not getting any thinner, any slimmer, or any younger. So it's not like I can move around the boot any quicker. But it just felt that way. Relatively early doors. Now, weirdly enough, these young couple, I think they were probably a partnership, civil partnership, whatever you want to call it. A couple of young ladies. Bit sort of gothy, bit geeky. It was really weird. So I asked them if they got any games. I think one of the girls sort of said yes. She had some DS stuff. So look, this is what I've got here. And then I went back later on and he had other stuff, but it was really high priced, like fucking like a PS1, the smaller one, like 25 quid or something stupid. So I don't know if that was the other girls or what. I don't know. But anyway, some nice little DS titles here. Nice little bundle. I think she said 2 quid each. She said 3 for a £5. She's not fine. So Simpsons again, Spyro, Shadow Legacy. Simpsons about 4 quid, I think. That's 5, and Zelda Spirit Tracks is about 8 trading. So I say nice little bundle, all complete. There's probably an argument maybe keeping Zelda for one of the shows and stuff, but there's stuff I want from CEX. The show's a good few months away, so it just doesn't really make sense in that respect. These were quite late on. Made a bit of a boo-boo. It's here. She'd only wanted 50p again. They're in the bottom of a carrier bag. I didn't even spot them. I seen some Asian guy digging through, and he moved. I think he took a handbag or something out of this carrier bag, and these below it like a little stack of games. And it was the weight that's done it on this one. This one's empty, but it's not too bad because if I come across a loose disc, all's good. And it's Mario Kart Wii, and it's just because it's got the big hefty manual in it. So as I picked up the other ones, it was just the weight. Kung Fu Panda 2. So I haven't lost any money in these. And one that surprised me is about 4 quid. Mario Tennis Wii. That's got it in there. So I checked like the first couple, and just like I say, it was 50p. So I was just like, yeah, bish bash bosh, and then got home and schoolboy error. It's empty. But I say it didn't pay. Owes me nothing, and it's a nice case, ready if there's a loose disc knocking about there. These ones again 50p each. Don't need them, but I'm not leaving them there at 50p. I don't know if there's any great value on them. These may be ones for the show. I haven't put these into CX. This little pile I'm going to show you once I've finished, I'll tell you what it all added up to, and then I'll put them over there because they need to go there. In terms of CX sort of credit. So these ones, I say 50p each. A couple of cube. One you don't see too often. Shrek extra large. These are all complete. So if anyone's after any of these particular ones, give me a shout, do a trade. You know, say one from Russia with love. I'm only showing you inside these just in case someone does want to buy them. These are all complete. I don't need any of these. And the Incredibles. Don't see many cube games around nowadays, I tell you, especially not the boot. The booter. So yeah, 150. Didn't even haggle, just paid the lady. Paid the lady. This was a bit of a daft, not daft, but I probably was a little bit. No, I wasn't. I can't tell you. So this next little pile, bless him, he was there with his dad, and surprisingly no one had asked. Usually you got any Lego, got this, got that, the other. No one had asked them at all. So I just like rocked up, sort of said to you know, the dad and the young lad, "You got any game stuff?" And he goes, "Oh, he's got some." So he's got some Wii, and he's got some in Skylanders Infinity. And he started pulling the Skylanders out, each little figure, and explaining it to me. And I was just kind of like, I didn't want to rush him too much, but at the same time I was like, "Mate, just empty the bag, let's get the shit out of the way." Bless him. But we got to the games in the end, and said, "How much are the games?" And he went, 5p each. I went, "Mate," so they can't be 5p each. So I'll give you 50p a game. He's a sandwich of 5p. Shit you not. Again, I made a bit of a schoolboy error because literally, as he pulled them all out, there was fucking lizards all around me. My mate Ryan was there; he can attest to it. So I just grabbed the choicey titles, and I say they're 50p each. Give him a fiver. But it ended up being £1 worth that are empty cases. I'll show you the empty cases. One of them probably has got a little bit of value to it. I'm not sure about the others. The ones that are complete anyway: Star Wars Complete Saga, Lego the Movie, Star Wars 3 Clone Wars. I say these are like £2-3 quid now, so just be careful. People bang on about the Lego games. The arse has fell out of them, honestly, it really has. Same as this one, Plants vs Garden Warfare. Again, 3 quid, 4 quid. I mean, if you're paying £2, but at 50p, I thought it's no fucking brainer. Terraria, Far Cry Evolution 4, Sega Superstars Tennis, Sonic All Stars Racing, and then the 2 that end up being empty is Minecraft and Sonic Unleashed. All the rest was just sport shit, which is why I just literally ended up being a fiver. So again, two donor cases for something else. Right, so if I take out the cube, I did add this up. It is just these, isn't it? Yeah. So for these and these, so wish what should do like each individual game. Fuck that shit, man. I'll just fucking show you like this, old school. No, there's no school like old school. £44 trading. So we've got there 5, 10. Spent 12 quid, 45. I think it's 45, 46 quid credit. Not bad. I was going to say badly needed, but yeah, I mean I haven't got, you know, because I haven't been booted. There's not been much in the charity shops, so I haven't really had much fodder. The old CEX. You would have seen the last video. I ran most of my credit drive with some of the bits there. So it's always nice to get a little, you know, there's nothing amazing in there, but for the price. Oh, actually, sorry, no, tell a lie. There is one more game I need to add to that pile to make it to 45, 46, and I'll show you that at the end. So keep that in mind. Again, I think it's probably like a £4 trading game. So what I'll do, I'll show you this little weird bundle which I managed to get for £1. It's really odd. Lady I'd seen, I think this is just me, I've doubled back a couple of rows and I bought some off of her, or asked her for something. I can't remember what it is now. No, it wasn't that. I don't know, I bought some, or I was chatting to her about something, because I definitely recognised her, but she had this little box on the floor which had like these couple of bits in it, and I said, "Oh, how much for the wires?" She said, £1. She said, "Yeah, I can have the lot for £1, she said. So I untangled them. There's like all like fucking telephone charges and whatnot tangled in the lot. But what I've seen on the top is PS2 control, nothing special, just more CEX fodder. It's quite interesting now. So we've got a GBA, a Game Boy link cable. So they're not easy to come across. A nice PS1 multi-tap. and are quite obscure. Now I've seen these, I might have one for the N64, I can't remember. But it's the Ultra Racer. It doesn't say who it's by. Oh, there's Performance. It's one of these little sticks with like a jog wheel. A bit like the not the G-Con, the Neg-Con thing. Has that got a memory card in it? No. Oh, it's a fake thingy. Yeah, because look, for the N64, look. I knew, see what they've done? They've blocked it out. So it is PlayStation, but look, it's got the actual cutout for an N64 catch. I thought that shell looked familiar. So yeah, there's an N64 version of this, but it's just a jog wheel. But for a pound. Oh, and this, which you don't see many of these about. Honestly, I get asked loads at the shows for these. PS1 memory card. In, you know, nice, clean condition. So, fucking pound, yes. Yes, please, madam. What's that? Load of old shite. Fucking hell. Right. Let's go a bit more. Let's go back. Let's go back to the 8-bit. Back to the 80s, man. Oh, itchy nose. And I thought they were gonna. This is going to be big money. Some people are going to go, do you know, Stu? You thought, shite, what you bought that for? And they've probably got a point. But I quite like shit like this. Well, you guys know that. Them's that watch regular. Well, no, I've got a soft spot for this kind of stuff. So it was mum and dad and the daughter. Obviously, the daughter's old. So they had like a big pickup van type thing, pickup truck. And she had her car. And I asked the daughter, "Has she got any gaming stuff?" And then she shouted the mum over, and I thought, oh god, here we go, because she looked like she had like the money belt on, you know, they're kind of like semi-professionals. Everything in the back of the van was all in crates. I'm thinking, oh, here we go. I said, oh, have you got any games? Have you got any video games? Like, blah 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 blah. No, she said, all I've got is like that. And I went, oh, the joysticks. She went, yeah, I got some joysticks. And she looked at the husband and started laughing. Okay, whatever. And she wasn't the quickest at getting stuff out. She was pulling all these trays out, you know, the bread trays, whatever you call them, bread crates. And she was all right. I think it was just a bit early. She went, the hour in here, she's just bear with me, so that's not a problem. So she finds them, and there ends up being 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 6. So 6 joysticks. Some were boxed, and said, oh, tenner, and I was like, okay, no. $7.50. She went, oh. I went 8. She went 9. I goes, go on, do 9. So for £9, I got these. I think it's worth it. I mean, there's got some guy at the show's asking me about these, so I know there's a bit of a demand for them. The unboxed one, well, there's this one here which is technically boxed, but it's really seen better days, and it might be the better joystick out of them all. But we'll come to that one in a minute. We'll do the unboxed one. Now, I don't know if someone was after one of these. Was it on this? I can't remember now. Anyway, it is a quick shot. Real old style. It's SVI Spectra Video model Quick Shot 5. Look at that. Look at that. It's like one of the old bandit buttons. Fucking hell. Fucking step. So, I thought it was a micro switch then. Quite funky, quite interesting. It's not someone, I might have been Gadget UK, it wasn't one of these, it was just something that looked similar to that. I can't remember what system now, doesn't matter. Box ones, so this thing here called Professional Hotshot Computer Joystick. So the Atari, Commodore and Amstrad Enterprises, there you go, look. Yeah. It's fucking Diddy Kong. Look at that. That is definitely the 8. Look at that. It's micro switched. Fucking hell, I would have thunk it. Button's not there. Wow, wowzers. There you go. So that is the professional hot shot. Doesn't even say who it's by. There's no actual branding on it. Oh. Flight Link Controlled Limited Alton Hans. There you go. So that one. 2 of these. No, it's not. It's full of shit. Right, we've got Purpax. Purpax joystick controller for use with the Commodore VIC-20 computers, Atari 400, Atari. So it's basically Atari ones. 9 pin A plug, D plug. Boxed. Box complete. From Woolworths. Look, $6.99. Look at that. What specimen? Oh, God, that feels cheap. It doesn't look like it's hardly been used. Oh, oh God. It doesn't. It looks like hardly used, honestly. Not a very nice joystick though. It's no fucking Quick Shot Python 2, is it? Purpax. Purpax. So that one. So a slurp. We have another Spectra video. We have another Spectra video. Just Quick Shot. Is it the OG Quick Shot? 1982. Again for the Atari. The Quick Shot Deluxe joystick. Remember, I'm sure my mate Bonky, he was one that had the Amstrad CPC 464. I'm sure he had one of these. Because that joystick top looks very, not too dissimilar to the original, you know, the ones that come bundled with the Spectrums, the SJS ones or something, I think they were called. Look very reminiscent of that. So they probably should use the same moulds, don't they? Yeah. Say for 1982, the fact they're still in the boxes ain't bad. They're nearly there. So I mentioned the Cheetah. Did I mention? No, Cheetahs were the other ones. These are the cheaper ones for the Quick Shots. This is multi-faced, so it can use both with the Amstrads and the Spectrums. Yeah, Sinclair Commodores and Amstrads. And this is quite a nice box actually. This is the Cheetah micro switch joystick, Cheetah Star Probe Deluxe. Fucking looks, man. This is the Rolls Royce of fucking joysticks from back in the 80s. Look at that. Micro switched. It did say on the box it's micro switched. Yeah, look. Look it. It's a Cobra. Joysticks are micro switched. Fucking hell. That's a big deal. Yeah, and it's obviously a multi-face jobby. Wowzers. There you go. Cheetah Star Probe Deluxe motherfuckers. It's even got the warranty, look. 1 year guaranteed. 1 year from use. Oh, I'll try and get this back in now. Something different. Right, last one. It's probably the one that people will most remember. The box is absolutely shot. It was shot when she gave me it. The joystick's alright, needs a bit of a clean. And it is the mighty Competition Pro. But yeah, the box is just fucked. which is a shame. But it was mullet. It's one of them really thin cardboard jobbies. But yeah, you've all seen the Competition Pros iconic style joysticks. I know these are favourites for a lot of people. Not micro switched, but yeah. The old Atari 8-pin connector, and that's it. So yeah, £9 for a bundle of joysticks. Not bad. I mean, for use with your Spectrum computer. Yeah, there you go. Look. Sort of diagram of it on there. But I thought she was going to ask for more. It was just that style of stall. I thought, you know, she's obviously done some research, but it hadn't. The reason why she was smiling and laughing, which I mentioned when I was talking about it, is because her husband had said, "Why are you bringing them fucking things? No one will buy them." One man's junk. Okay. So next up, that's the bag for them. Are going to do. There's not a great deal left, to be honest. A little pile of games. I'm going to cheat here a little bit. I did get these from the charity shop ages ago, and I just completely forgot about them. So it's not CEX. I'm just going to splice in these from the charity shop because there's one game here that I think is a little bit of a, might be a gold mine. I haven't seen. There's not one available to buy. Put it that way. There's nothing real special other than that one. Italian Job, Alex Ferguson, Matt Hoffman Pro BMX, Championship Motocross 2000, Warzone with no cover, another Grand Theft Auto, Pong, Cypher Fit, which I don't own actually. I do now. Another freestyle motocross, Paul McGrath versus Pastrami, Spaghetti Man. Road Rash 3D, I think I've got that one. Now the one that I really wanted to show you, and I've been meaning to fucking show these, even from the last video, and I just completely forgot. I had a little pile against the side, and I just kept bypassing them. Is this one here? It was the only real one that stood out even when I was in the shop, because I know on the Mega CD it can be quite expensive. I can't find a complete copy of this for anywhere, even when I've Google the whole of the world, the whole of the internet. All you can find is a loose disc with a teddy, and it is Soccer Kid. I don't know if it's that. It can't be just it's that common, because I say there's not one. This is all complete. So it's one of these telly games. The telly games were a region quite close in the Midlands, I think. And they did a lot of re-releasing for Jaguar titles, and I think they might be the ones that are selling the discs and just like the soft plush toy of Soccer Kid. But I'll tell you what, I haven't seen a box. If anyone knows any different, then by all means educate me. I'm not sort of saying it's fucking, you know, uber rare, this, that, and the other, but I ain't fucking seen one. And usually, even with like shit, you'll see a completed listing or a sold listing, or someone's flogging that, or you know. There'll be one of them knocking about. You'll see them. You'll see them even on like independent retro sites, you know. And I've googled it everywhere. I can't find any reference to a complete game. I think I give her a 10 for the pile. I can't remember now. It wasn't a lot. It was fucking months ago. Months and months. Okay, we're going to do this one here. So do you remember I told you about the pile of games at the CX fodder? And there's like 46 quid, 45, 46 quid. It does include one game from this lot here, and I'll show you it. Basically, it was a lady there, and I thought, oh God, you know, it's one of these sort of, I'm not ready yet, come back later, but she wasn't old. She's, you know, sort of middle-aged, probably close towards the 50s, with a young daughter there who didn't want to be there. It always makes me laugh when they see the parents drag the kids along. Young teenage daughter didn't want to be there at all. And she wasn't overly sort of rude, not like some of the older people, 80 knows. But she just sort of said, I'm not ready yet, please come back. And she was nice enough about it, so I thought, okay. I just happened to ask her what she had. she knew exactly what she had. So any PS1, she said no. The oldest is PS2. I said, oh, don't worry. I said, I'll pop back. I didn't want to push the boat. I wasn't in that mood to really, go at it too hard either. Thought if it, just take it easy, have an easy sort of morning, enjoy it. It did tend to pay off, to be honest. So anyway, I ended up sort of going back a couple of minutes later. She got most of it out. Again, most of it was in like bread crates, so it wasn't too bad. And I sort of jokingly said, "Oh, are you open now?" She went, "Yeah, just about." So I had a bit of a laugh and a giggle with her. So anyway, she had a daughter putting the games sort of more out into these boxes and stuff. I think that she'd done. Did she have 360 stuff? I can't remember. There wasn't. No, it was movies. She had a load of DVDs. She'd done all the DVDs. They were just doing the games. So she'd done the PS3. So the PS1, that's how much the games were. She said PS3, £2 each, 3 for a fiver. That was it. £2 each, 3 for a fiver. I said, oh, what about PS2? She said the same. So I said, okay, right, fine. So I'd grabbed this PS3 game anyway. It's the only one that interested me in terms of like any sort of CX trade value. And then obviously the daughter was, like I say, shoveling out the PS2 games, and I grabbed these two. So that was a fiver there. And then the pick of the bunch is she pulled this other bag out, and she went, oh, because she had the console, like a fat PS2. I think she wanted daft money for it. I think they were husbands or boyfriends or something, I don't know. She said, oh, I did have a list, but I've lost it, thank God, because obviously it would have been priced up accordingly. So she had this PS2 in the bag, and then she pulled out, there's another bag, and she went, oh, what's in this one? She went, oh, it's the 64. So how much is that? It was like a little satchel bag. And she said, oh, I don't know. I said, well, look, I've got these three, so the game that's going into the fodder pile is South Park Stick of Truth. It is in there, yeah. So I said, that makes up the 45 or whatever. And then I got, these are the two, Street Fighter Alpha Anthology and Resident Evil Dead Aim. So nothing amazing, but I thought they might be alright in the store, that people tend to like that sort of stuff. So I had them, so technically a fiver, but obviously I had this N64, so it's nothing special, it's just an N64. Got all the hookups, no expansion, it's got the jump pack though. You've seen an N64 before, just come with quite a nice hoary Competition Pro. The stick's alright, that's the OG one that comes with it. A nice sort of clear blue, purpley, not purple, clear blue, ice blue Competition Pro job. And the N64 with GoldenEye in it. She said, oh, 15 quid. So with that, what, 20? No, it's 15 quid, 10 quid, it's 15 quid all in, because I gave her a £20 actually, me £5 back. So yeah, tenner on that, fiver on them. 15 squid Lars. I say it's got all the hookups. So you've seen all the fucking hookups for the N64. But it's been a while since I picked one up, and a lot of stuff people were asking for, especially PS2s and stuff. They weren't fucking cheap. It was like 25 quid, 30 quid for PS2s. No, you're alright. Right, talked about things being a little bit overpriced. Second from last lot, this is. Oh, cramping up. So it's this little bundle here. Didn't really I haven't overpaid, but I've probably paid more than you probably liked at the booter. Relatively early doors-ish. They knew the prices. They'd fucking checked on the internet. Because I was asking him, actually no, I've got confused there. There's something else I bought off of him. Oh, I can't remember. It might have been another game. Shit, there's something else. I got another shitty PS2 game off of him. I can't remember which one it is now. It doesn't matter. It was only £1 anyway. Because I'd asked him if he's got any games. He said, oh, I don't think so, not really. And then he had a bag of DVDs on the floor, and I seen this in there. Then to the side, so I pulled this out, which is Tekken 3. It's not Tekken 3, by the way, but that's what was down the side of this carry bag. So I started digging through, and he goes, oh, I said, oh, there's a couple of games in here. And he sort of said, oh, what games are you after? And I said, like anything, Wii, DS, PS1, PS2, anything before that, anything, older. But the only other thing I've got is them like little game cartridges. I thought, yeah, definitely have a look at that. So he had his missus there, and he sort of was asking her about it. And anyway, he ended up finding this shoebox, put it on the top, and it was an OG Game Boy. Had a little travel pack, had some documentation, had a little selection of games, And you know, I'm thinking, because I asked him how much for this, I think he took sort of like 50p or something. I'm sure there was another PS2 game in there. I'm sure he said £1. So I'm thinking, he might be able to get this GameCube lot for a tenner or something. And then turned around and went 70 quid. I was like, what? Like in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, wow. He went, yeah, and she went, yeah, I've checked it on the internet. I was like, oh fucking hell. Okay, so I put the Game Boy and all its associated paraphernalia down, and there was a couple of games in there that really did interest me. So I was like, how much are the games? And she it must have been hers, I don't know why. He was very, you know, a bit limp-wristed. She went, I want £4 each. And you just tell there's no point in haggling with people like that, no point whatsoever. So I looked at the couple of games I had. There was some outs as well. So I said to the guys, this is a game. So I got that for £4. I thought there's definitely got me more than £4 in these two, I know. So it's 4, 8, 12, Pandemonium, thingy, 12.50. I think he just sort of said just give us 13 quid. I'm sure it was something like that. It's got to have been, yeah, because it wasn't much more than that, I know. So the games I got, and I did went back, actually as I paid for it, I realised it had like a little baggie with the manuals in there, so I went and dug the manuals back out. So, OG game, wrong one, twat. OG Game Boy games, Parasol Stars. I did have this box, I think I sold it, or traded it, so I got it back. Not bad value on that, I think about 8 quid. That's the CX I've got it in, don't know if they have. This is quite a nice one to get, DuckTales 2. It'd be nice on the NES, that would, but I'll take it on the Game Boy. So 4 quid, 8 quid, and then again, keeping this. Nice box Game Genie. It's got all the gubbins inside it, all the paperwork, the whole lot. I'm not going to get it out. You've probably all seen the Game Genie before. Well, you can see it on the back and the side there. It sort of slots into the Game Boy. But yeah, sort of didn't have, so it's quite nice. And I say what I thought was Tekken 3, which ended up having a Pandemonium Black Label manual, Demo 1, and Conor McRae Rally. But nice enough case. Always useful to have spare manual, so yeah, not going to moan. I say it's short as 13 quid. He went to just call it 13 quid, mate. So yeah, because I give him a 10 and a 5. So £4. Yeah, she weren't budging for nothing. And you just tell us, and there's no point, because all she'll probably say is, "I'll just sell it all as one and not split it up." So I think Lewis went back later on, because but after he said that, because I'd bought them games, this, that, and the other, they knocked it down to 50 quid when some guy asked when I was there. And when Lewis went, I think it was 35, and then when I went back later on, it had gone. Because I said to him, you know, I paid for everything. I sort of said, you're probably a little bit top heavy on the Game Boy. And the look that she fucking threw me, because I was talking to the guy, and then I backtracked a little bit. I said, well, I suppose, look, if you don't sell it, you can always take it home and put it on eBay, can't you? And that kind of like, you know, cooled the mood somewhat. Well, I was just like, I've checked on the internet. Fuck off. Good little buy here. Last one. Could end up being the buy of the day if it's what I think it is. I'm hoping it is anyway. I don't really care about that. I've just noticed something, but I'm not overly fussed. No, I'll tell you what, I know why it's like that. Ignore me. Oh, God. Fucking 32. It's meant to not even be hot today. Okay. Walked up to the store. There's another Lizard reseller guy going through this shoebox PS2 games. I know him, so I wasn't rude or anything like that. His name's Mick, and he's picking through them. And there's some alright-ish games in there. Nothing, you know. He asked him how much the games were. He said £1. There would have been a couple that I would have picked out for £1. But Mick was there, and he was going through them. And I thought, oh fuck it, I'll just help him out. I said, look, you want to grab that one, you want to grab that one. He went, oh really? I said, yeah, they're good, you know, they're good games. There's a bit of value in it if you want to flip it on, so that's what he does anyway. And again, you always do this, guys, and I'm glad I did at this occasion. So he's flipping through this box, and he must have thought to himself, you fucking bastard. said to the guy, "You haven't got any more game stuff, have you?" He went, "Yeah, I've got another bag full in the boot here." And this mixed face, I didn't see it. He must have fucking looked at me like fucking daggers. Did feel a few fucking pokes in the back of my neck. And the guy had a carry bag, and as he lifted the carry bag out, I could see PS1 games, and on the top I could see one particular game. I was like, "Yes, you fucker, platinum, but I don't give a shit." And then he proceeded to pull out another bag that had some PS2 stuff in it, and then he said to me, "Oh, I've got the PS2 console here with a hard drive." I was like, "Ooh," and I again just playing dumb. So I ain't seen one with a hard drive before. So anyway, we get chatting, and I said, "Oh, okay, the pound on the games." Did he say? And he said 50p on the PS1 games. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yes, because it was £6. And then I said, "How much is the PS2?" He goes, "Well, I've got it. It's got 3 controllers, and it has got 3 controllers. One of them's plugged in here now. There are 2 down here. One of them's like this fucking wireless shitty thing." So you've all seen fucking PS2 hookups, but the actual controllers themselves are all right, good nick. So how much is the PS2 at £5? So it's £11, and fair play to it. He goes, "Just give us a tenner." I go, "You sure?" He went, "Yeah, tenner's fine." So for me, £10, I've got Medieval 2 Platinum. It is all there. Doom Platinum. Duke Nukem Time to Kill Black Label, but it's a nice case. A nice rental of Medieval. Not for rental only, not for sale. And a couple of alright PS2 games. Tin Resi 4, Obscure, Silent Hill 3, Super Buster Move 2. And the thing I'm most obviously excited about is a PS2. PS2 with a hard drive, Stu. Sure, you've got one of them. Oh, and the PS2 comes with yet another memory card. PS2, fat PS2, Stu. Sure, you've already got one of them. Even with a hard drive. Yes, I have. Even at $5 when he sort of said about the controls, I still would have bought it. Obviously, the hard drive's worth a fair bit. I did sort of say to him, I said, "Was there anything on the hard drive?" Afterwards, he went, "To be honest," he goes, "I don't know," because these are my nephews. He goes, "I've just ended up inheriting them. They were just in the loft, sat there." So I went, "Well, I'm a new for old rope." Then he went, "Exactly." So hence why the price was so cheap. So it is, you know, it's got the hard drive on it. But the kicker with this, and I'm hoping we're going to test it. I can't get to me copied games that are up there, but it looks like it has been modded. Now, why I was moaning at the start is because the flaps, memory, I've got no flaps on it, but then I realised it's because the lid's been swapped. So all you do is pop the lid up. Now I don't know enough about this style. I'm hoping, so clearly it's been cracked open, but I don't know with this if there's the hard drive then bypasses the read sector. So I don't know. I am hoping beyond hope that all I need to do is just put a copied disc in there and it'll boot. I haven't got a copied disc, but what I have got is a US copy of Legend of Mana, which I could get off the shelf, which is close to hand. So that should do it. If it's going to work, it'll work with that. If it works with that, it'll work with, I say, a copied one. I don't know. It might need something else. It might be that's got McBoot on it. I don't know. But we're going to have a look. I'm going to obviously sort all this shit out, and then we'll come back. We'll come back to it working or not working, one way or t'other. I think that is it. Been through everything. Nice to go back to the boot up. Must have been some nice bits there. It's, like I say, nice to get some stuff to keep. If this transpires to be what I think it is, if it's not the worst case, but it would be nice. No, my luck, it's probably not. That is it. Don't know what's going to happen next week. I say I managed to scrounge together some funds for this week. I'm still in people's pockets, so I need to work on that. But yeah, I'm glad I went. So take it easy, YouTube, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. See, it's disconnected now. We're going to hook this up. Fingers crossed. Cross everything. What I'm going to do is going to take that disc out. Ooh. Let's give the beans. Red light. Oh, let's plug the controller in. Okay, so that looks normal. Let's try. See, I don't know if this needs. I don't know, it works. Do you just have to reset it with it in? It's not loading anything, is it? I don't know how that drawer works. Let's try it, turn it off with the disc in and just see if it boots it with the disc in. If not, that might be a boot disc, boot memory card. No, that's done fuck all. Right, put the memory card in. I don't know, I'm fucking flying blind here, guys. I'm sweating like a motherfucker. Sweating like a blind lesbian in the fish market, as my mate Big E would say. I don't know, I'm struggling here. I've got something on here, but I can't see it. I don't know. No, I'm struggling. I don't think it just boots it automatically. I'm going to have a look. I wonder if you do this disc swap. Is that how you do it? I don't know. I'm going to have a look, guys. It's clearly not working.